Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We are a cloud nation, and that's important to understand because it means that we need to put things in place so that we can be here for many generations to come. We're not here today, gone tomorrow. We're not a business opportunity. We are a nation. We have our citizens, and we have our treasury. We have our social services, and as we progress, we'll be setting up our government and everything to help us run and sustain us long into the future for many generations to come. We are now just an emerging nation because we've only been around for about 4.5 years, but that's longer than most business opportunities ever exist. And we're now in a position where we are starting to expand our economy to improve the liquidity and the value of our currency, and that'll benefit all our citizens. And anybody can become a citizen. There is no fee, there is no obligation. You come along, register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. You can participate in anything that we have going. You can sit and watch what's going on. You can just enjoy the company. It's entirely in your own hands. Once you become a citizen, you're treated as an equal because we recognize that all human beings are unique, and we just see everybody within our community as a human being. And being unique, you have something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. And that's as far as we go. We don't pigeonhole people. We don't separate people into blocks because they're old or young, fat or thin, or male or female, or anything else. We don't bother with those superficial differences. So you come in, and for us, you're just another human being in our citizenship, all part of one big family of humanity and all linked together. And we have a little affirmation that we'll be doing in a moment to just help us with that ideology. And before that affirmation, we'll have a little very short prayer to help us find what everybody in life really truly seeks. And that is true happiness, everlasting bliss. Not talking about short-term pleasure from being at the party or going on the holiday, buying the home or whatever it may be. I'm talking about that inner comfort that is always there with you. And you can't buy that. And there are a lot of people with a lot of money and they still don't know what it is they're looking for. And they're drastically searching. Do I need more power, more homes, more boats, more cars, more, what is it? And they don't understand. You know, I've known some very wealthy people who've had a garage full of cars. Or one gentleman who had, I think, 27 motorbikes. You know, one person. What can he do with 27 motorbikes? And there's, of course, the classic case of the Imelda Marcos in the Philippines, who incredibly wealthy, and she had this fad for shoes and had tens of thousands of pairs of shoes. And they're all doing this to try and find that missing thing, something. They know there's something missing. They don't know what it is. They'll have to have more of something. And it's really simple. You can only get it through loving service to other people. And the great thing about being of loving service to other people is that it automatically attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. And it's a wonderful way of living your life. You make other people happy. You have that inner bliss that is always with you. And everything that you want seems to just happen for you. You don't have to stress out chasing after things. So that's what our little prayer is about. Very short prayer. Much shorter than my explanation, okay? But before we have that prayer and the affirmation, let's just welcome everybody, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, because we have a lot of people watch the replays. 7 p.m. London time isn't a convenient time for everybody, even in the UK. We have people from all over the world, as you'll see, as we welcome the people that are here watching live now. We've got Ron in from Amsterdam in Holland. We've got Ramachandra from Watford in the UK. We've got Atre from, I believe, Pakistan. Yeah, he's let me know. He's got two things. He is definitely from Pakistan. We've got Lewis in from Lisbon in Portugal. We've got Jason in from Kaduna in Nigeria. And we've got Mary in from Chicago in the USA. Maureen in from London, UK. Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. Don from British Columbia in Canada, Vancouver Island. Richard from Devon in the UK. Bozina from Scotland, capital of Scotland, Edinburgh. Eric from Quebec in Canada. And we've got Verna in from South Africa, and I'm sure we'll have a lot more before we've finished today. But let's get started right now with that little prayer and then the affirmation. Then I'll bring you up to date with what we've been doing today. And we've got some good information for you. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. Right. Well, first, it's not bad news, it's not sad news, but it's not good news. It's just news, I suppose. And that is that Devyani has been under the weather today. She's been hit by a cold. She's had running a temperature, and I told her just take the day off. Don't worry about things. Get yourself right first, and then come back. So what we said would be done today hasn't been done, and that is loading the new KYC system. But I think you'll all agree she deserves to get herself right first, and then she can concentrate on getting things done in the right way. However, Rohit was available today, and I spent several hours with him going through various things, and we have updated the stats page excuse me, of the Share Hope program, and I think that clarifies a lot of things now. There were a couple of errors that were being thrown up with some people. I don't think it's happening for many, but it's happened with 2 or 3 people, and we are in the process of correcting those and making sure that they're right. So there's something that you may or may not notice, and if you don't notice, it's probably because they don't affect you. And so we've revised that page. We have now corrected the power line numbers for our pro members. So you will see the proper power line that you have now. We have verified that the automatic renewal of subscription works, provided you have funds. You've got to either have funds in your deposit account or in your commissions earned account. And it'll check first for your deposit account if your subscription is due, and it'll pay from there first of all. If you don't have funds in your deposit account, it'll check your commissions account. And if you've got sufficient funds in there, just $10, it'll pay you for the next 4 weeks, because it's just $2.50 a week. And if you don't have funds in either, then you really need to get yourself sorted out and make sure that you upgrade manually, because you don't want to lose your position. Because if you lose your position, all those members that you see now in your power line, you will lose when you lose your position. You'll be down at the bottom. And even more importantly, you will lose your position in the matrix, and you will never be able to regain that same position again. You can come back in, you can pay again, become a paid member again in another week or another month, another year, whenever you choose, but your position will be much further down in the matrix than it was now. Okay, so the automatic renewal of subscriptions is working now. What wasn't working is the first subscription. If you had money in your deposit account and you'd never subscribed, it wasn't subscribing you. Now, we think that's been fixed, but we won't know until the cron job runs, and I'm informed that that runs at 5 a.m. In the morning. So by tomorrow, by the time I get into the office, so to speak, I should be able to see that and check that it is working. So we have done quite a few other things as well. And really, I'm very, very, very pleased with what we were able to achieve in the ShareHope plan today. Now, I'm not sure whether or not we've managed to get the matching bonus payments displayed. I don't think we got that covered, and I don't think it was done. But that will be something that we will also need to get done. But if everything that we've got there now is working, then it pretty much means that we're free and clear with the ShareHope plan. It's just that matching bonus to show in your stats page. One or two little tweaks and things here and there, but essentially everything complete and working. So we'll be able to get on to the 777 plan and do those upgrades on there, and then we'll be able to get into marketing both of those plans in an organized and measured way, so that we can see what kind of results we get from different forms and different places and of marketing. One that we won't be using is Facebook. It's far too expensive. It's fine if you're just advertising on your own timeline or whatever, because that's free, okay? If you can get access to groups and you can post in the groups, that is free. But from a paid advertising point of view, it's got really ridiculously expensive to generate proper leads, and it's not a route that we'll be taking. But we will be investigating most of the forms of advertising, and we'll be we'll be letting you know the results that we get from that, and all the people that we do refer through those marketing ploys will be going to benefit the Turnkey Cash Cow members. So that is that is where we are, and it's really good. The KYC, I've no doubt, if Devion is feeling better tomorrow, will be done tomorrow, and if she's not, well, it'll wait for another day. Tomorrow, of course, is the 1st of the month, and we'll be having the updates of the We Share Abundance system, and we'll have the State of the Nation tomorrow, and all that sort of thing will be going on. We'll have the results of the free raffle, which is going to be increasingly important as people are generating more and more automated withdrawals from their ShareHope wallet. So that is something to look forward to. We do have several people that have applied for the Beyond Infinity co-op that we're running for their PPP plan, whatever that stands for. And we haven't allocated those people their shares yet. And the reason for that is we made a purchase, quite a substantial one, to Beyond Infinity using Bitcoin, and it timed out. And I'm still waiting for them to verify that they've received it and give us the credit for that. I don't want to be taking money out of your available cash wallet until we have those share positions available for you. So if you put in a form and you're waiting, you've got money in your available cash wallet and you're checking to see what's happening with it and nothing's happened, that's the reason. We are just waiting for Beyond Infinity to sort out that little glitch. I can't think of anything else. I know we've been busy today, but I can't think of what else we've been doing. We've got a few more people in. We've got Peter in from Cameroon. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester, England, and we've got Norman in from Doncaster, England. Excuse me, I'll just have a quick sip. It's been a beautiful day here today, lovely and warm. Let me think. I've not even done the numbers, have I? I don't know whether we can quickly do something about that. Be interesting to see if you've got any questions about anything. Today, of course, as I say, the 31st of July, we're over halfway through the year, and as always, things never happen as quickly as we would have liked, but they do happen. We have 20,067 people in the 777 plan now, and that is an increase of 52. And I'm going to give you a couple more figures. We have 46,227 registered members, and that is what, 44, an increase of 44 in our registered members. We have, if I can find it, just updating the page, see if there's any change. No, we still have just 403 people in the ShareHope plan, same as yesterday. But we'll see what happens, because I know there are people that do have funds in their deposit wallet in ShareHope that haven't been upgraded. So hopefully that will happen at 5 a.m. London time tomorrow, and then we will see some sort of increase. I'm not sure how many people we're looking at, but there will be some sort of level of increase in the ShareHope plan. But then we'll be in a position to be able to promote that plan with confidence. I'll be doing work on the marketing for that, along with the 777 plan. I'm just going to log into Multiply Weezer so that we don't miss out on our revenue share. If you don't log in, you don't get it. So I'm going to log in to Multiply Weezer, and that'll give us our revenue share. Yesterday we had $10,497.34 in the bonus pool. So it'll be interesting to see if we manage to scrape that up. Yeah, we've got $10,498 and 19 cents. So we're up $1, a little bit less in real terms, but to all intents and purposes, if we're just looking at the dollar amount, we've gone up another $1 in the bonus pool. And once we get onto that restructuring of the WISA token and the Multiply WISA site, that bonus pool will start to come into effect, and we'll be able to use it for the benefit of the members of We Share Abundance. Oh, no, not We Share, Multiply WISA with the members. Okay. Let's see, we got Maureen in as well from London, England. I'm not sure whether we welcomed her before, but she said, one of my paid referrals in 777 has passed away. Oh dear. I was running his account when he got ill. What happens to his account now? Well, hopefully he filled in a beneficiary in his profile, and he notified that beneficiary that they were a beneficiary and what the program was about, and they can take over that account. If you put in a support ticket, we'll check into that, and we will email the beneficiary and let them know what's going on and that they have access now to that account and will benefit from it due to the good nature of that person. Unfortunately, most people just put something in the beneficiary slot. They don't tell anybody, and when we contact them, they say, oh, I'm not interested, because they don't understand it and they don't know what it's about. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, as I say, he did the thing right. He contacted the person, said, I'd like to make you beneficiary of this. You won't have to pay anything. It'll all be there for you. It's something I'm setting up for me, and I hope to be around to benefit from it. But if I'm not, it's going to be handed over to you. And then explain a bit more about it to them. I say, unfortunately, that doesn't normally happen. And we contact people and they say, oh, no, is there any money? Give me the money. And if not, you'll just go away. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there, Maureen. However, there is a situation where in the 777 plan, somebody that is no longer active for whatever reason, sometimes people just give up and say, oh, I'm not interested, just leave me alone, I'm going. They become a ghost entry because actually you only get paid one commission from that person in each level. And it doesn't really matter whether they are in existence physically or not for the 777 plan to work, because they will go through the levels and they will generate pass-ups in each of the levels. And once they've done that, really their function in your network is completed. And so when somebody does disappear, even though they're in the 777 plan, they do become what we class as a ghost entry, and it will not affect you in terms of your income. It does mean that there will be nobody in there to fill in little boxes if they come up for assisted entries. But as it goes through the levels, those, once they've got those initial assisted entries in the level 1, going through the levels, there's no boxes to fill in. It just happens and the system will take care of it. And it won't affect the income of the sponsor But it just means that the income will be accumulating in that account with nobody to claim it if the beneficiary doesn't take over the account. Maureen says, he's my nephew, no beneficiary. His daughter is also in 777, no KYC, he got ill. Now, the KYC isn't important, but the account does really need to be passed over to somebody. So if you can find somebody that would like to take on that account, we can arrange to change the details in that account. They will, of course, have to do their KYC before they make withdrawals, but it will be there. It's an account that is up and running and working. And as we all get older, of course, it'll happen to more and more people. But we do try and get people to take on board the system and understand that we are here for generations and they need somebody that they're going to pass it on to. It's like writing your will, if you like, filling in that little beneficiary box. It's a benefit for somebody that you love. And it should be done with love and with care and with feeling. So I'm sorry for your loss, Maureen. But we'll do whatever we can to help and assist with that. There's another question there. The beneficiary can't be a We Share Abundance member, Richard, officially, but I know it happens because some people introduce their spouse or their parents and they also make them the beneficiary. And of course, we do whatever we can in a situation like that. And it is something that I've been trying to work out legally the best way of handling. We've not really come to a profound solution at this moment of time, although there are different avenues that we can take with it. But it is something that we are conscious of and looking at and taking legal advice on, and hopefully in the not too distant future we will have a solution for that. I'm not going to get into the possible things that could happen because we don't know at this stage where we're going to go and what actually is viable from a legal standpoint as well as every other standpoint. But if that is the situation and it happens now, then basically we try and look at it as best we can and do whatever we can to make the thing right for everybody. I can't give you more information than that, but basically we bend the rules a bit. Okay. You didn't hear me say that. I shouldn't have said it, but that's what happens. Okay, so there we go. Right. Anything else? Once again, commiserations and our prayers are with you and your family, Maureen. I know the suffering that a loss in the family can cause, and it can go on for years, actually. I mean, I still miss my parents, and it's nearly 50 years since they died. So there we go. What else? I've managed to get some numbers done. I've given you what's been going on with ShareHub. As I say, that automatic renewal seems to be working correctly, you can check it, and you will be able to see it more clearly in the stats page now. I think the way it is itemized now makes more sense than it did before. And in all honesty, I was totally confused with what it was supposed to represent. But I think it's fairly clear and logical now. Basically, in ShareHope, you have two accounts. You have one where you can deposit funds, which can only be used to maintain your subscriptions in the account, and that is your deposit account there. And then you have the other account into which all your income goes. And you can't withdraw from your deposit account, but you can withdraw from the income account, obviously. And really, you want to keep your deposit account topped up. You don't want your withdrawable income to be used for your subscription, if at all possible. Okay, you want to be able to say, okay, I've withdrawn $30 or $50, $300, $1,000, whatever it may be in time, and you have that when people say, yeah, but can you withdraw? Because we do get people that say that. I've never been asked that personally, but I know a lot of members do get asked. I don't know why particularly. I think if you present the thing the right way, you don't get asked questions like that. But if people do ask, you can say, yeah, there's my latest withdrawal. I would withdraw every week or every month or whatever it is that you withdraw. And of course, when you do withdraw, it goes into your available cash wallet. You can do what you want with it there within our community. And if you choose, you can move it to the exchange. But if you want to take it from the exchange onto the blockchain, then you need to be KYC verified and active. What's active? You've got to log in half the available days every month. And you really should be doing that anyway, because that is going to put more funds into your ShareHope wallet and stop that being depleted as the automatic withdrawals start through the plan. Okay. Any more questions? Let me have another sip. That was a big sip. I don't think we've got anything else. No more questions? So, folks, I'll be here tomorrow. We'll hope and pray that Devyani feels better tomorrow. And if she does, then we'll have that KYC up. Tomorrow, of course, we will have the State of the Nation. We'll have the lottery prizes. We'll see who's won what in the lottery. And there are other things that I'll be working on. Hopefully, I'll have one or two things that I'll be able to show you. That's ambitious. One thing, maybe, that I'll be able to show you tomorrow. And even that's ambitious, knowing me. But anyway, I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Until then, God bless you all. Get out there, share love and abundance, be of loving service to others. You'll make their life better. You'll make your life unbelievably better, and you'll attract into your life everything that you need and possibly everything that you want. Okay. God bless you all, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator, yeah, in a wild